Hello, welcome back to another fabulous video from OMOI. I'm your host Monk with your host Shai, and we're here to talk about some fabulous new items for stationery and desk that we've gotten in the past month. Very exciting things. We're going to show you all about them in moments.
Today we're going to be talking about 4 different brands new to OMOI. One of them you might already know, mono lamps, but they have cool new colors. Laconic is going to be stationery, Monami also stationery, writing specific, and then Redecker, which is specifically about brushes in a variety of different forms.
All right, we got these Monami pens in, and they're so exciting. Maybe you don't give two darns about click pens or plastic pens. I don't know. Let us know what you prefer in the comments, but for me, a click pen is like my best friend. It's, they're just so handy. But what's special about the Monami ones is that we got a few in. We're gonna talk about the pencils in a second. Number one, we have the Monami like 153 style, which is, I guess, really classic of theirs, but this is like just your basic 1mm click pen, and it's thick, and you can just like put it in your notebook on the go and be like, I'm ready. Let's show some of this pen action with the click pens. Is like so smooth.
I also like that it's a 1. As somebody who likes a thicker one.
Yeah, 1mm.
We typically go up to a 7 in store, so 1 is kind of good for us.
Yeah, I think if you're like used to writing with a Bic pen, or like you really liked a Bic pen but you want something that's a little bit different, come try the Monami pen. They also, like, compared to a Bic pen, they write like super creamy. Like Bic pens always write, you might have to like scribble with them to get them started, but they're like, compared to all the like modern technology, like oil-based gel, like ballpoint inks that have been developed over the past several years in like stationery world, the Bic pen is still sort of like light or whatever in comparison. So I find that the Monami like 153 clip is like a dark, thick line, and one of our other shop staff was saying like the red is so red and the blue is so blue, which, you know, maybe you're like a teacher and you need your red pens to mark the grades. This one's just like great, so recommend those. We have also like the O-Clacks. Do you want to talk about these?
If you've ever been in store with me, then whenever I suggest a pen to someone, the first thing I'll say is like, oh yeah, it has a satisfying click. Like, it's very satisfying to use, and that's what these are.
Yeah, super fidget.
That's what it is.
Super fidget buddy. The O-Clacks, okay, so the O-Clack is like 3+1, and it says 3 color ballpoint pens plus a mechanical pencil, 0.5. So these two are like solid body. They have cute contrast writing. They have black ink, blue ink, red ink, and then the pencil is like in this tip, but
with an eraser on the cap.
The eraser on the cap, which I've already used mine a bit. And so the clear one though doesn't have a blue ink. It has a highlighter ink. So like, and it's okay. So this one's like 0.5mm, and it's, you know, got more precision. You can see the difference between the 0.5 and the 1mm. And ooh, it's such a nice highlighter yellow if you do a lot of notating. We've got the Monami Flip 3, which is like, okay, what do you think when you see this pen?
I think about the way that old Macs used to look.
Old what?
The old computers, where they still had the back on them.
The right? So like the see-through electronics of like the OOs, definitely hearkening to that. Okay.
Game Boy Color.
Yeah, it's definitely like that, like what's inside, like even throwback to like the see-through telephones of olden times. But anyway, the Flip 3 has a black ink and then 2 highlighter inks, like hot green, hot yellow, hot pink, hot orange, and this one has hot yellow, hot pink. So if you can't pick like me, just buy them all. But do you want to demo any of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and the clip is going to be like one of these.
Oh, right, and it's the clip, the clippy clip, the bendy clip.
So this one, the black ink, we've got super light green, and then highlighter yellow.
Amazing.
Boom, boom. I think I like this one the most.
I think I like that one the most too.
It's really eye-catching. Look, like the orange on this.
It's hot. It's literally a hot orange, like, nice. And like, here's the other nice thing about them is that they kind of show up. If they're looking light when you write with them, they tend to dry like super opaque, which is what I also appreciate about them.
Or you can do it on the craft.
You know, let's just see how this goes on the black. Let's see if it like darkens up. Oh wait, okay. It might not be, oh wait. It might. But while that's happening, there's one more Monami pen.
That's meant for this.
That's meant for this. And if you can read Korean, let us know what this says. We'll have to look it up later. Ballpoint pen, replace the cap after use. What kind is it? It's got this little star, it's stripy gray, and it's just like an amazing silver. It's a silver ballpoint pen, which, oops, I feel like you just don't see that often, or like I don't see that often. If you're into this, like writing on black and dark and craft papers with like opaque paint type pens and stuff, maybe this one's for you.
And the pencils.
And then then we got this nice cool pack of pencils.
HB, super smooth, and the wood is black, which is cool.
Yeah, it's like, it says Bauhaus down the side, so it's like Bauhaus colors, I'm assuming. And they certainly look very handsome, and you can, you know, have a nice classic yellow. It says Bauhaus on it too. That's so cool. But yeah, I think it's cool that they have a black barrel, and it just looks like stylish.
Like, why get a regular pencil when you can get a nice looking pen?
That's what our store is about. Why get the regular kind when you can come to OMOI?
You can get the cool kind.
And get the stylish kind, the cool kind.
If you're gonna buy it, you should like it.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay, it did dry opaque, so you can definitely use the Monami pens on black craft paper.
This looks like chalk on a chalkboard.
You know, I like it. I'm very pleased with these pens. So yeah, that's what we have from Monami. Come check them out. They're in line and they're in store and online. And you can get your thrills just like this when you visit us. Now let's move on to the next one, huh? Hey, what are you doing on July 4th weekend? If you don't have any plans yet, you could come to OMOI for the Travelers Company Travel and Sketch Weekend Grand Event starting July 5th, Friday, from 4 to 6:30 p.m. It's kind of a casual event. It's a show up, meet up, hang out. We will have for special sale for this event, the Travel and Sketch Art Toolkit palettes with paints in them this time, which we didn't have the last time, I know. So if you were like, oh, I want to get into watercoloring and be that person that is like doing painting on my trips and travels, and you know, these toolkits are very much made for that purpose. This weekend will be the weekend to come to OMOI and pick one of those up. You can get them empty, or you can get them with paints in them, which is rare. Yeah, I think previously only the Travelers USA website was carrying that, and now we have the chance to carry it as well as a partner shop. There will also be an OMOI tent sale going on. Stay tuned for more details on that. Longtime fans and customers of the store, you will love this event. So again, plan to visit OMOI on July 4th weekend. The Travel and Sketch event will last throughout the weekend. We'll have stamps, we'll have a swap box, we'll have Travelers fans on deck. And here we have like all of our ephemera from past events, which You know, this is just our collection from running things at the store. We hope if you're a Travelers fan that you have been collecting your own ephemera, and this will be one of those weekends to add to that collection. So hope to see you there. We got a few things. Let's start with
just a few, just a little, just a tiny bit. So Laconic's whole thing is helping you visualize things that are hard to convey through writing, which is interesting for a stationery brand. But when you see it, these aren't necessarily, like the pages that they have set up aren't necessarily just straight lines for you to write, but to actually visualize. Like this to me is great for storyboarding. Mm-hmm. That's really good for storyboarding. You don't need words to do that. They have different graphs.
This is just this one notebook that's called Thing.
Right.
And then like, I guess they have these, we got a few things from Laconic. Let's tell you about that. So like a notebook that's styled like a spreadsheet. So if you're a spreadsheet person, if you're a Gantt chart person, ooh. And like it says things to do, the plot, do/see. Love that. And then it's got these like details, and then okay, there's meeting. Ooh.
Agendas, conclusions.
Attendees and info on the next meeting in the notes. And then my life. Interesting. So giving gifts, notebooks and memo.
Like to-do list.
This is cool. So like this is just one of these notebooks that we got, these A5 it says equipment on the bottom. Laconic Equipment Tokyo.
Which is interesting because that seems to be their thing, is like, yeah, Laconic equipment.
Oh yeah. And then so like these folders, what about those? Like
it's in A4 and
A5? Yeah, so I wonder if we could do this like,
oh, I guess you could. I think it's interesting that they have these like top secret, do not remove, like assignments, person in charge, department, remarks, like, I don't know. It feels very X-Files to me, but.
Yeah, the project title and remarks column. Like, okay, one of my first jobs was working in this office doing like filing, and we had paper files. It was like back when offices needed filing cabinets to store their paper memos and before everything was digital. This is in like the mid to late 1990s for reference. And there would be these envelopes that you would pass between offices that you would have to like write notes on and be like, oh, I'm giving this to the such and such department. And that's what these kind of remind me of, where they like travel. Oh, it does say department, person in charge, name, contact info, remarks, top secret.
Yeah.
I just think they're really interesting in that, like design-wise, to me they look cool and appealing. I love it, like you said. Like,
it feels very sciencey.
You know, yeah. I don't know what I would personally use these for, but the customers have been snapping these up in all three colors. So I think it's really apparent, perhaps to some people, like what they could use this for in a system, or maybe you just want to have a stylish folder for holding your receipts and ephemera like that.
It's cool that I think the biggest thing for me is just the fact that it says project title, because you can use these as project folders, essentially, when you want to submit your projects.
The other thing that Laconic has made are these, like, they look like memo pads, but they're like slightly different. They are stickers. Some of them are stickers, and some of them are bookmarkers. So the bookmarkers are interesting. We have a few just to start, like meeting, reading memo, which you could put in your books, and like this coordination one, which is pretty cool. So like, they're a lot like receipts that you pull from books if you like are used to shopping in Japanese bookstores, where when you like buy the book, the shopkeeper will like pull out the receipt or whatever. So it's looking like that. And it's just folded paper. It's not sticky or anything. And yeah, I like this one because you could like draw an outfit on it or draw a person, or like this is where I have pain today. Or like,
oh yeah, that's true.
you know, you could kind of come up with anything. And you can use your phone with Google Translate and hover over this stuff and it'll give you all the juicy details that we're not telling you here. You get 24 sheets. And then the reading memo is pretty cool because it's also like, if you're not somebody who likes to write in your books, you could use this to hold your place and write down stuff like that and keep it. And like,
I don't know, if you're super like, I don't know, you want to keep your books super pristine and you don't want to use sticky things in them. This is convenient in that way. It's very clean, removable.
And the meeting one, I think, is, again, self-explanatory a bit with the title, date, who was there, and the agenda, the memos, the conclusions. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool to have this like paper ephemera thing that's like very non-committal. Like in our plotter video, we were talking about how because plotter is like loose leaf oriented, you can have your different ideas without feeling the pressure of having them be in a sequential order or something like that. And then we also have like these sticker ones, circle graph, and they come packaged like this, but then the like color thing becomes the folder that you store them in. And maybe these I saw and I was like, it reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons, honestly, where you could, or like a video game where there's the character stats like agility and speed and all that stuff that you could draw on here. But it's also set up like a clock.
Yeah. You can also, or like when I used to bullet journal more, I would kind of, it's a good way to break down how long you spent doing things, or just like a good overview of like how long you actually spend in your day doing XYZ, and then you can look at it and reevaluate and be like, I want to dedicate more time to this instead of that thing, you know? Like it's easy for time to get away from you, and you'll be like, I can't do this thing, I can't pick up this other thing because I don't have time, and then you look and you're like, oh, yes I do.
Yeah, which, amazing. Yeah, you get 12 sheets in every one, and then there's like different amount of stickers on each one of the sheets. So these are like loose sheets, but they all have a sticker part to them. Let's see, self-management is like...
Oh, same thing, habit tracker, like I was saying.
So yeah, you get like 3 pre-made habit trackers and then this whole thing, self-management.
Oh, and they're all stickies.
I like that. And this one is so cool. I don't know what I would use it for. I'm not like out here making sports plays on the court, but maybe you are that person. Perhaps you are watching a sports anime or watching your favorite tennis player and you need to mark something down for memory. Let's see.
Fantasy sports.
Yeah, note, memo, yeah. Record lots of stuff. Or, you know, the whole point of Laconic making like stationery tools that will help you like think differently or like get out. I'm interpreting it as like they're unconventional in how they present the information. So it gets you to think differently and like write in a way that you weren't feeling like you had access to previously, perhaps.
Well, previous cheerleader here. I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is how you would lay out your team in terms of like when you're doing your dance moves, you would lay them like, you know, the spotters and the flyers are gonna be here, the girls that are doing this, blah blah. But like, you know, typically these take place in a gym, and this looks like a gym court to me. So you can actually kind of make your plays, but for dance.
I love it. I love it. The last thing is the pocket diaries, which are super cool.
They've been really popular, actually. You can put your photo cards in here.
Who doesn't love
Y'all who know, you can put your photo cards in here. And then of course it's a cover, yeah, so you can keep using it when you fill it up. But we've got, it's kind of like an open dated planner situation, but then you've got weather and what you ate. I never remember. To-do list. So it's a very like nice, simple, open dated planner almost, or like tracker, or just like daily book you write in.
Yeah, and it has 2 ribbons with it. Or does that one, or just some of them?
No, it does. Yeah. Ooh. So you can have it like, say this is today's date, and then you want your monthly, then this is for the month, and you can very quickly flip through both.
It's hot. I mean, yeah, and like it says today on the side and on the back. I just really like this like side detail. So those have been popular, and then there's also like these other covers. I think we have this style, which is a hardcover, but it's like not a replaceable cover. So if you're like, why would I want this? Like these are plastic and faux leather. So if that's not your thing, you could just get the classic like hardcover that's attached and have it be, you know, the little book with the band vibe. It doesn't say today on the side, sadly, but there's that one, and it's got the little internal pocket, and then these 2, which are like super cool, that do have the cover. Same stitch on the inside. Yeah. But yeah, replaceable cover. What would you call this? Like cloudy, like, marbly? Yeah, smoke? Almost like marble, but not fully committed to marble. Yeah. This one's intriguing. Yeah. With this little like latchy. It's a nice touch. Really cool. Oh, I didn't even notice the little. Yeah. The back page has a centimeter. A little ruler. Ooh. Oh, and your own personal information. This notebook uses forest certified paper. Oh, okay. All right. So that's all we have from Laconic. Stay tuned and see how the brand evolves at the store, what we continue to carry. Let us know if any of this stuff like really appeals to you as it did to us. Or how you would use it. Yeah. Like for me, I'm like, oh yeah, choreography, but are you like a coach? Like you could be a coach. So there we have it. Let's move on to the next. Redecker is a German brand featuring wood cross like animal hair products. And it's animal hair specifically because it does work like way better than any other kind of brush material. It definitely does get all of the crumbs and the dust and the et cetera that you need to be getting off of your things. We have a large line of it in store. Right now we're just going to show you what's useful for kind of your desk needs. So first we're going to look at their Beechwood desk brush. It's really nice. Nice and sturdy. We've got some steel, we've got the wood. Right, and this is like, you remove this part, it's like shiny. Yeah, we wanted to keep it clean. We're keeping it clean for you. But you know, your table brush, your desk brush, you don't mix your floor brush with your desk brush. No. That's gross. And there's a magnet on it, so they're never apart. Yeah. You'll never have to go looking for your dustpan or the broom. They're together always. And then it stands on its own, so it doesn't even take up that much space. Wow. Love it. Yeah, the Redecker brushes. Then we got the Hedgehog, which is like basically the same but without the dustpan. So maybe you're like, I already have a dustpan, I don't need all that. But who can resist? Very nice. Like, yeah, horsehair brushes. They just like get up dust, especially if you have like bare floors and stuff or bare tabletop. They just do such a good job. Yeah, and then we have the laptop brush, which is like a combo. It's got like soft bristle, like really soft ones, and then stiffer ones. And like, let's see how it works like right now. Okay. Ooh, and like, sometimes there's like crud all up in in the crevice for real. That's feeling nice. This is legit. Like, who's actually responsible enough to not eat and use your computer? Not me. It's a really nice combo. Approved. And they're connected. So they think about you, and they know that we lose things, and they're trying to make sure you don't lose their counterparts. And then we have record brush. Yeah. I recently found out you actually need a brush for your records. I did not know that. I didn't know it either. Okay, it's really common to, and really like there's like inexpensive vinyl brushes, but like sometimes vinyl, like plastic may scratch plastic, I guess. So yeah, a natural, like super soft horsehair brush.
I am late to the record game, or early or whatever. I don't have any records currently, but a coworker does, and they were like, yeah, you don't know about record brushes? Like the sound is better. The sound is affected by the dust. It is affected by the dust, and so you do want to keep them clean.
So yeah, like Shai said, we have brushes for like getting into the craft. Big brushes, like big brushes, we can't fit them on the screen. We have literal brooms, dustpans, hiking shoe brush that looks really cool. What else? We just got a lot. We have a lot of nice brushes in.
And like wood things, like not just brushes. They have, I wish I remembered the name of it, but you use it to measure holes in the ground, like to make holes for your plants.
Yeah, if you're like planting seedlings or something and you're like, gotta, you know, you could poke your finger in there and do whatever, but some people, you know, you've been in the game for a long time, you want...
Yeah, especially if you're doing bulk.
Super cool. So yes, at OMOI, we have always carried goods for the home and garden, and we're just getting a little more dedicated into it this year, so make sure to check us out in Old City or online.
I want people to come in and look at what we have, because we kind of barely scratched the surface on how like specific we've gotten with these brushes.
Well, that said, you'll just have to come check us out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Online in store.
Whoop. Next up.
So, like we mentioned earlier, mono lamps, you guys might know them already, but they have 4 new colorways. And if you don't know them, let me give you the whole spiel. So these mono lamps by Fine Lumens was specifically designed to be kind of like easy to hold, almost like a water bottle in the hand, to be portable. Taking it from the room, say you started reading in one room, take it to the bedroom, either or. So yes, light and portable. They take a Type-C charger, which is, you know, very easy to get to, and they will give you one in the box. It will run for about 6 to 12 hours continuous, which typically you wouldn't do that continuous, so it'll last you for way longer. It'll go up and down slightly, and then not a full 360, but pretty dang close either way. So it's kind of hard to not be lit up by this lamp. So very easy and sleek design on turning it on. You're gonna tap it once to turn on or off. You're gonna hold it to dim and or hold to brighten. And it's gonna get pretty bright. Like this is pretty bright.
That's nice. This is like the type of thing that is good for like romantic dining, perhaps, or you really want to read a book while somebody else wants to sleep, or you're just like sitting out on your patio at night. I love that you can charge it up and bring it with you, and it's got like a rubber ring on the bottom so it's stable, and it just is quite chic and beautiful. They come out with new colors on the regular, and we try to get them because our customers love them. And if you have any questions about them, drop them in the comments, we'll let you know. So the new colors that we have in are the olive green and the natural yellow, the renew blue,
hot pink, and nutshell and cameo brown. Stay tuned for more arrival videos. There will absolutely be more arrival videos.
Thanks for joining us on another fabulous video here at OMOI. Like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you liked. Follow us, say hello, come visit us at 41 South 3rd Street in Old City, Philadelphia, or at omoionline.com. And we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.